What's going on, Latias? Latias is the man. How are you? Let's hope this works. I got some Shin Godzilla. Trying to find it with subtitles. I mean, obviously, if it's streaming, I could find it with subtitles, but I was trying to find it alternate places with subtitles, but I kind of painted myself in a corner. I didn't have enough time. I found one that was Italian dub with subtitles. Then I found one that was English dub with no subtitles. So I had to kind of do a thing where I downloaded the movie and the subtitles, and then I had to merge it. But we're good. Everything is good. I am doing good. I just dropped the kind assassin off with her friend. So it's me, whoever hops on, right now, me and you, and Shin Godzilla. So but these as good moment to learn Italian then. I should already know Italian. It's embarrassing. I am Italian and I took it for 3 years in high school, but I never really paid attention. So that's on me. But I'm going to get it started. I don't know. Matthias, have you seen Shin Godzilla yet? I don't know if you're a fan of Godzilla. I know it's technically not a superhero movie, but it's, I mean, to me, Godzilla is a superhero. Well, not this Godzilla. The American version could be. Do I know any words? Like buongiorno, good morning. Dio mio piove means, oh my God, it's raining. Like certain stuff like that. So, all right, I have my Coke, my Diet Coke, not the drug. And hopefully I have some food in there because I think I'm gonna be hungry. But it's only 4 o'clock, so this will be done by like 6 or so. I could still find something to eat. But I'm gonna hit play. True, what's going on? I am going to hit play right now. I've been looking forward to seeing this movie so long. And then I saw Shin Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla minus one. Eh. I think I said I have my Coke here, not the drug. Maybe I said Diet Coke. I don't remember. Oh, I cannot wait to see what this version looks like. I don't think you all should be able to hear this because then this would definitely get a strike. I should have probably blurred the image a little bit. I used to be terrible at subtitles, but I'm getting better. True, you scared the shit out of me. Oh, are we seeing Godzilla already? Oh, it's warm. What the freak? That looks like blood in the water. Aqualine has a leak. All right. I didn't even clean up behind there. Oh, everything looks good. Oh, this is my. What the hell is this? Oh, that's the freaking. I have to put it behind. I was like, what is that? There we go. The movie was clipping my face. I want to find. a YouTube clip that's just Godzilla. Like every movie he's been in, just him and the music. I'm really excited. I've never seen a picture of what Godzilla looks like in this movie because he looked dope in Godzilla minus one. Damn, these people are just have no idea what's going on. Oh, cool. It's so funny. They made this movie, and instead of making a sequel, they made Godzilla minus one, and now they're making a sequel to that. But I kind of like the origin story of Godzilla, where the people have no idea that it's Godzilla, and then he shows up. Trues is at work. Oh, no problem. Thanks for hopping on at work. The kind assassin went to brunch and happy hour with her friend. No, there's like, I don't know a lot about Godzilla, but the Japanese versions that go back, I don't know how long, 50 years, they're all like a cinematic universe, all the Godzillas from what I remember. This movie was a reboot. Like it's just a new interpretation of Godzilla's origin, I believe. And then they just never made a sequel. And then Toho made Godzilla minus one, which is another like reboot, basically. Oh my God. We might. I drove her there, but she's taking a lift back. I must say, out of everything that's like Japanese that I watch, there's only been one that everyone says you could actually watch the US dubs too, because it's really good, and it's Cowboy Bebop. And yeah, I have to. Cowboy Bebop's English dub is so good. Oh, if you've never watched Godzilla, I know you can't really watch this with me, you can't really see it, but watch this and watch Godzilla minus one because the Japanese Godzillas are just savage. They don't, Godzilla doesn't give a shit in these. The Godzilla in the American versions, sometimes he doesn't give a shit, but sometimes he'll team up to be a good guy. Also, this looks like it takes place in the present day. Godzilla minus one takes place in the past. You can never kill Godzilla. Yeah, I don't think that's an eruption. That looks like blood. I love how they never believe it. It's like there's no creature. Hmm. Hmm. That was a different creature. Yeah, that's not Godzilla. Yeah, what is that? This movie is in Japanese and I'm watching with sub English subtitles because this is a Toho production. So this is a Japanese Godzilla movie. Watch alongception. I gotta admit, man, unpaid rentals had a really good idea and he said it worked. So we'll see if mine stays up. If it gets flagged, I might have to put a background on the S so you can't see through the S maybe. Because I have been trying to do live streams watching movies on YouTube and I tried to do it like blurred out and it got struck. I tried to do it just showing the video and no audio. It got struck. So I just quit. So that's why I started doing it in Discord, which I'm still going to do. This one was, I was going to do both, but I didn't have enough time. But when I went to his a couple of weeks ago, he was watching Mac and Me, and he did it exactly like this. He just had his face blocking most of the movie. Let me see something. I'll check on this phone, see if everything's looking kosher. Oh yeah, it's still fine. Gives me hope. Oh, I don't mean like right through the S, but you know, the little cracks. The image quality isn't even that bad. I'm using a webcam. Ah, all right. So it's so far so good, we'll say. There he is. That's his dorsals. Oh yeah, I never actually asked. I never even thought of that, Lippy. What is your primary language? I don't know. I don't know anything. True says watching me is what's helping her survive work. Althea says, what idea? Dutch, of course. I was just talking about, if you're asking me, I was talking about unpaid rentals idea of how to, because this is the exact setup he had that day. Yeah, I hope they use his music. I love Godzilla's music. Usually they wait until you see his face for that. But these is like, Dutch, hello. Godzilla. Who the hell is my phone? Oh. Holy crap. And these movies, well, I haven't seen this one yet, but Godzilla minus one, the budgets aren't that high for these movies, but man, does Godzilla look good. Oh, you know what I gotta do? I gotta add some friggin' tags. That's what I forgot to do. That's not Godzilla. What the hell is that? But they said if you go here as an English speaking person, you're absolutely fine. What is my t-shirt a picture of? Oh, what the heck? Matthias, oh yeah, this animal definitely got shanked by Godzilla. It is the periodic table of Marvel. That was funny. That wasn't even Godzilla. They tricked us. The typical I can't I'm not great at writing, but my handwriting is terrible. But I'm gonna piggyback off of Drew's question, and does everybody there speak English as good as you? Because I never even like I know you're not from here, but you type so well. Thank you. I wonder what this creature's called. It's got to have a name. You can devastate Tokyo. So I wonder now if this is one where Godzilla saves the city. Boomhauer. Every Dutch person speaks English better than he can. Oh, Boomhauer, you're the best. So this is from now on when I do monthly, I know I haven't done one in a while, watch parties. This is how they're going to be done. So maybe I won't do them in Discord anymore unless I do a special one that's only for Discord. Damn. This little guy or big guy just see, I don't know if he's, I don't think it's trying to really ravage the city. I feel like it's trying to escape. Have Boomhauer, have you ever seen Shin Godzilla? Oh my God. Oh, I am loving it so far. I liked how I'm already questioning things like, did Godzilla kick the shit out of this thing in the water and it's running away? Or is this thing gonna attack the city and Godzilla actually has to help? Hell yeah, you have to declare a state of emergency. Yeah, true. That was a really good sneak because that's not Godzilla. I have no idea who it is. Boomhauer might know if that one has a name. Product placement like Wayne's World. I don't think it's a spoiler to know that animal's name or that monster's name. It's too big to be Godzuki, right? Next time, maybe we could all pick a movie that we've all seen. Because I know it's kind of hard. Like for True, who's never seen the movie, she can't hear it and has no idea what's going on. But if I was watching something that was older, that you know what's going on just by seeing it, we could all talk about it. Boom says the Cajuns are the worst. I had to get real technical for this one too, because I found the Japanese movie with no subtitles, and then I had to download the subtitles separately and put them all together in what's this app called? VLC. Cajun is New Orleans. I was supposed to go last year, but something happened and we couldn't go. Definitely got to get there. Oh, I have donuts I could get in a little bit. All right. Boom, Howard, did you see Godzilla minus one? Remember that Cajun guy who went viral like 5 years ago? Boom. He used to just cook in this big giant thing He'd be like, throw that some in there. That's not a very, that's a terrible accent, but he would just talk about, and he had this big giant pot, and he would cook in like his backyard. We should all visit Boomhauer. Since there were -1 was the first Japanese Godzilla I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't think those are slice marks. They're too even. Oh shit. Oh god, I don't know. Boom says the guy was hilarious and his food looked good. It was funny. What is this thing? Unless Godzilla's been dead for a while and he's gonna rip out of this old skin. Is that what's about to happen? Is Godzilla shedding? What the hell is going on right now? I am very intrigued. We are dummies over here. What the hell? Boom. This wasn't a continuation of anything, right? There wasn't another movie before this where Godzilla died and this is just him coming back to life. I thought this was like a reboot. Oh, but no, they don't recognize it as Godzilla, so it's got to be a reboot. So in this version, they make Godzilla look a little odd, or does his eyes fall off and he gets his classic Godzilla eyes? Hopefully they do all the stuff that I like the dorsal fins lighting up, his Godzilla breath. Gonna get odder. Oh, I'm in for a treat then. Oh, I gotta take my chanclas off, man, my feet. Abort the attack. Abort. All right. Oh, does his dorsals turn red in this? Oh my god. See, this is what I like. Japanese Godzilla doesn't give a shit. Chris! What's up, Chris? Want to say Godzilla in the way they did in the old TV show. This is the first time I'm seeing this one. The first Japanese one, Chris, that I've watched is Godzilla -1. This is crazy. Simply for the fact that in the ads and the poster, they they only show his silhouette. That's cool. Boomhauer, are you getting any flooding right now? I hope no one's getting flooding. So before this movie ends, we should all pick a movie that we all want to rewatch. Though I know that's kind of unfair to Latias because Latias probably doesn't watch the same movies that we all watch. Ooh, Latias wants to be a lady of the night. This is so fun. So here's a question I have for you, Boomhauer and Chris, and you could answer this. I don't think it's a spoiler. Why don't they play Godzilla's music in this one when he shows up? Because this is Toho. It's the same people that made Godzilla Minus One, and they played his music in that one. Or do they play it later? Chris says, dude looks like a lady in my noggin. Chris says Godzilla needs his own soundtrack. You want to hear something embarrassing? I'm sure everyone does. I don't know if True would know this. Chris and Boom might. Boom definitely knows. So the Pharaoh Monch song, Get the Fuck Up, from the 90s, I did not know they was sampling Godzilla until I saw Godzilla Minus One in the movie theaters. Dun, 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 dun. 85 trillion yen. I always think that you're way younger, True. I'm sorry. Uptown Funk would be good. I always forget, True. Sometimes I think you're like the little baby of the group. I forget you're close to my age. You're welcome. Also, of course, my memory is shot. True says she thinks she's 6 months older than you. Oh, so your birthday was last month? Shira is the little baby? Though she talks like a sailor. mm, mm, mm. 4 days ago, how did we didn't four. So Thursday, Wednesday. Did we not know on Tuesday? Or do I not remember? And you didn't did you tell us? Oh my God. Happy birthday, True. Thea says, that's wrong. Shira is our little menace. True is holding out on us. Chris says, have to see if Brian from Unpaid Rentals is going to do a stream this weekend, but so glad to see you stream today, Steve. Thanks, Chris. It's always great to see you. And I'll try, well, I'll look. I follow him, so I'll see if he's going live. But if I know I have to do some things with the Kind Assassin, so if I can't get on, just let him know that the live worked, and to thank him for me. Because I never would have thought to put an image over the video. True is level 12. Unfortunately, I'm not at my desk, so I don't have my little buttons to play, but we could clap. Level 12 birthday. Chris says he should check Discord. Rarely do I get a chance to sign in. You should check Discord. Lathias posts hundreds of pictures. They're so good. Like literally just for his pictures. True says she doesn't get the clap. That is kind of funny, actually, because it's like an innuendo. The Kind Assassin is actually, she was off today for Summer Friday, but she is at happy hour with a friend. Thank you for the clap. That's something a woman usually doesn't say to a man. Boom says, now go to the doctor and get the shot. President Ross, like Thunderbolt Ross. Oh yeah, 2 weeks. Oh, I saw Superman yesterday. I did a spoiler-free review yesterday. I'll keep it short. Well, first of all, when it comes to DC, I think Superman might be my least favorite character. Like, I was never a Superman fan. I'm a Batman fan. Um, but if you love the comic books, Superman's going to be a 10 out of 10 for you, because Superman feels like they took us and put us in a comic book. Whereas like Iron Man feels like they took Iron Man and put him in the real world, if that makes sense. It was so comic booky and I enjoyed it. But there was some issues that I had only because I don't like that take. But again, I could only like say, was it good? That's the movie that we got. But it was a good movie. It was perfect to kick off their universe. There was something in it for everyone, basically. So like for me, even though there were things that I didn't like, there was tons of shit that I loved. And then if you watch the comic or you read the comic books, you'll probably love everything. And then if you're a kid, there's something for you. If you're a parent, there's something for you. Like James Gunn doesn't make bad movies, and he just put together a perfect movie that was guaranteed to be enjoyable and kick off this universe, um, like just to kick it off, if that makes sense. Boom says, I so want Fan 4 to be good. I've been waiting so long for a really good version. That's the thing for me, being like a recent comic book movie fan. I feel so bad for Superman fans and Fantastic Four fans because there hasn't been a movie that everyone has genuinely liked or enjoyed. And Superman right now, again, I liked it. Even though I had issues with it, I liked it. It was a very good movie. The only people I think who hate it are the Snyder people. Like but then they weren't going to like it anyway. True says she works for a blood bank, and you'd be surprised how many people get syphilis. Boom says, damn, Seattleite must be an eye-opening job. Monogamy, my savior. So, Boom likes all the versions of Fantastic Four, but I can be honest and admit they aren't great. I was young when the first, well, not young, I think it was in my teens when the first ones came out, or 20s. And I guess you would consider those comic booky, like this Superman is. They were silly. This Superman movie is really silly. It has its corny parts. Fantastic Four had its corny parts. I still haven't seen Fan, what do they call it? Fan Four Stick. So I don't know. Maybe that's a movie I watch live. True says, thanks for donating blood, Chris. One donation can save up to 3 lives. Damn, I didn't know that. I should give blood. I think I got good blood. I got the best blood. I wonder if they have any movies. I know in Godzilla, Mothra always shows up for the most part, or a lot of times does, in the American version. But are there any movies like this, but they're Mothra movies? Mexico are some good people. I'll be here, True. Be safe. It's crazy because we have great allies to the south and the north, and that dude wants to ruin everything. Chris has liked how the thing looked in Fantastic Four. He just needed undies. Did he ever wear clothes at all in that one? Oh, you know what I need to watch too? I still haven't seen the MonsterVerse first Godzilla. I've seen King of the Monsters, I've seen Kong Skull Island, I've seen Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla X Kong. I still haven't seen that Godzilla movie. But I think that's the one that people complain that there wasn't enough Godzilla in it. What the heck? Chris says he wears clothes in the comics. He's got junk. Why they portrayed him like a Ken doll, we'll never know. Oh no, I mean in the Fantastic Four 2015 movie, in the whole movie, does he never wear clothes? Yeah, Mexico is, by normal Americans, Mexico are allies. We trade with the, well, we did. Who decides in your country? I wish they put out a Godzilla movie every year. Boom speaks Texican. Dun, 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 dun. Southern accents are sexy, I must say. Just checking something quick. Still looking good. Still looking good. Oh, man. So Godzilla is on land still, I think. Unless I missed him going back into the ocean. He is the most evolved creature on the planet, capable of self-mutilation and regeneration. So he self-mutilated himself? Huh. Their fins are vents. Rapid cooling? Is this movie dubbed? Yeah, Chris, I'm watching it in Japanese with English subtitles. Very recently, the past year and a half, I've been able to watch Japanese movies with subtitles. One, because everyone tells me dubs usually are fucking terrible, except for Cowboy Bebop. Everyone who's a Cowboy Bebop fan has told me the dubs in that are exceptional because I believe the creator, who is Japanese, might have like oversaw the English dubs or like made sure that they were correct. Sometimes I catch myself watching English movies with subtitles because some of them, I mean, English shows or movies, because sometimes the music is really loud. Let me pause this for a sec. I want to get a donut. I'm gonna get a donut. All right, so I actually got 3 donuts, just some Entenmann's. All right, play. Oh man, I don't know where my napkin went. Some of the English accents are damn near indecipherable. I think it is a word, actually. And then I just, oh, here's the music. Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah. Yeah, they changed it a little. Have you guys seen Monarch Legacy of Monsters? That show was good. Boston accent. The funny thing to me talking about accents, when you go to an AMC and you hear Nicole Kidman, isn't she like Australian? Like why does she even in her like real life use a fake accent? Damn, this Godzilla's tail is huge. Have I gone mad or is it bigger? Damn, it doubled in size already? Did you guys know, you probably have, because I'm almost 10 years late, I think, that Shin is a trilogy? There's Shin Godzilla and then two other movies, Shin something, Shin something. Damn, Godzilla's getting there. A freaking tail is so big. He's walking to Tokyo. Oh, I did look it up last show. God, I'm a slow person. Boom says that Boston accent is really something else. Mm. It's fun to watch these movies where we know that their plans are not going to work, but they think it will. I love that. Ooh, start the attack. They're going to try. Do you guys think I have a New York accent? It's weird because a lot of people don't think I have one, and then there's another group of people who think it's ridiculously thick. Nothing wrong with being thick. It's funny on Unpaid Rentals live stream, they were pounding beers and getting wasted, and I'm here drinking milk and eating donuts. Anyway, just barely there. The people who tell me that they can't tell, they always say their idea of an Italian accent is like Goodfellas, Brooklyn. I'm like, I'm from the Bronx. I'm not from Brooklyn. I could have swore you were on that stream, Matthias. It was 3 Saturdays ago when he was watching that movie with the aliens, Mac and Me. Chris says, well, they're going to feel the consequences of all that booze soon. Plus, Brian is a lightweight drinker. Oh my God, this shooting at Godzilla's face. I couldn't do a live stream while drinking because I don't really get fun. I get so tired and sleepy that I'd fall asleep. Matthias says, might have been there. It was just in the last few weeks I haven't been able to join. People say the same about Boom's accent, just don't have the stereotypical Texas drawl. One of my friends from Houston has it. He has it big time. Oh, they're throwing rockets at him? Good luck with that. Nothing. Send them to hell. Chris says there's a character in the Final Fantasy VII remake with the heaviest Southern accent. It's comical. Did any of you watch the Ghost of Your Toy live stream yesterday? It's about 18 minutes. The game looks so fucking good. Chris said, and not every Italian is going to sound like it should be in a Mario Brother movie. The funny thing with this is my like joke. I obviously don't get offended. I honestly don't give a shit. But I always joke when people complain or not complain, but when people comment on like who plays certain characters, I'm like, I always joke, one, to my knowledge, there's never been an Italian superhero. They're always the bad guys. We're always the mafia or the crime boss. And two, the one superhero we do have, Mario, the Super Mario Brothers, has never been played by an Italian, except Captain Lou Albano on that Saturday morning cartoon one. I'm like, we can't get an Italian Mario brother? I guess in this one, Godzilla doesn't pop his dorsals. Does Rocky count? You're right. Technically, you're right. Rocky is a superhero. He is. I'll give you that. So we got one. It's just funny. Like, what would an Italian superhero's name even be? How, like in Marvel, there's always like, not always, but Peter Parker, PP, Bruce Banner, Stephen Strange. Like, what would an Italian superhero's name be? Damn, they're trying to blow him to smithereens. My name would be like Antonio Astronotti. Salvatore something. That's probably why there isn't. Like, an Italian last name doesn't make a good superhero. Chris says, maybe Godzilla's afraid to pop his dorsals. He's conscientious about their size. I get so amped in the Godzilla movies when that he charges up. Holy shit. Boom says, hey, you have a couple of gods, so decent trade up. There are Italian gods? I don't know a lot about comic books. I'm just going by movies and stuff. I'm not sure. Who do we have? I need to know this info. The god of lasagna. Oh, I have Garfield. Oh no, Garfield's not Italian. He just likes lasagna. If I'm talking nonsense, just tell me. Boom says all the Roma ones, the Christian one, the flying spaghetti monster. I'm dying. You know what you have to look up? Excuse me. This is kind of funny. There's a Christmas song, and there's a music video on YouTube. The video was done, I think, way after the song came out. Look up the song, Dominic the Italian Christmas Donkey. That's our Italian Christmas song. Steve, why am I choking? I don't know. You know, kind of like when you breathe in cold air. I don't think the air conditioner's on. And then also I'm talking a lot, so I'm probably stressing my vocal cords. I'm not built for this. Also, I ate 3 sugar-filled donuts, a glass of milk, and I'm almost done with my Diet Coke. Now I have the hiccups. Gotta be kidding me. Boom says I'll watch that later for sure. When I was a kid, I used to like wait for them to play it on the radio. Dominic the Italian Christmas Donkey. So we're about halfway done with the movie. Is this kind of stream enjoyable for everyone? Like, I'm not going to replace my Tuesdays, obviously, every week with this, but when I do want to watch something or the monthly movie that I watch, like, if you guys feel like this is fun, I'll keep doing it. Boom says, it's like the Southerners and Grandma got run over by reindeer. It's similar. It's that type of song. Like, it's kind of a parody. It's silly and funny. And from what I remember, I might be wrong. I haven't looked it up in a while. I think it's an American, like me, my name is Steven Santiani. I'm Italian American. But I think it's like if I were to do an Italian song using an over-the-top Italian accent. I don't think the guy actually has an Italian accent, but I could be wrong. But Thea says, I'm just here to see if Shira joins so I can keep that menace in check. I was hoping Shira and Kira join. Boom says, it's always fun hanging out with y'all anytime. Thank you. Yeah, I finally figured out how to get to people's YouTube pages. I didn't know you could click on the name, like on the sidebar. So I had no idea that Shira and Kira and True use like it's their picture. Like I didn't even know that. Like I could see Chris, your I didn't go to your profile. I could see you have a little picture. It looks like a face. I don't know. Is that you? Boom says it's Friday, peeps. Oh, that's right. I always forget. I always forget. Chris says it's 8 p.m. here on Long Island to know what the girl's doing. On Long Island. Oh, I used to play softball in Long Island. I used to pick up my friends from Valley Stream, and then we would play like Eisenhower Park. We would play over there, all over. They would get just like random parks, whatever they could get. But sometimes we would be in Eisenhower Park. I played in a tournament in baseball tournament in Louisville, Kentucky. That was the year 2000. And I played, oh my God, that one hit him hard. And I also played in a World Series tournament in Detroit. No, actually it wasn't in Detroit. It was in the place that makes Kellogg's cereal. Kellogg's is in Battle Creek, right? Boom says, shit, that means it's 7 here. Got a bolt. Later, Boom. Thanks for hopping on. Have a great weekend. Hopefully you get to relax or have some fun tonight. Oh, his dorsals are red. Chris said, we started chatting when we used to watch Roly Poly Ollie's DS9 streams. Oh, that's a good point, Chris. Or and Lethius, because I know obviously you all kind of found me because of community. But yeah, how long have you all known each other? Yo, Godzilla. Wow. Oh my God. What the hell is that? This is certainly a crazy take. Althea says, since my channel? Oh shit. I thought you all came from unpaid rentals to me and community, so I hereby pronounce you a community. I'm gonna try to make, I keep saying this, so I want to do it. I want to make not like just t-shirts, but I want to make like a little physical something that's not expensive that I could send out. What the fuck? He's shooting lasers out of his back? Chris says, except for the ladies, just met you wonderful people with screen Sanctum. Oh, so Chris, you said you met Shira and Kira on Roly Poly Ollie's streams? That's cool. Later, Lethias. Thanks for hopping on. As always, I wish I could do this every night. Hopefully you get a good sleep. Chris, have you ever seen this Godzilla? This is wild. This is crazy. Like, I don't know much about Godzilla, but I know this is weird to me, and I like it. I like different takes on things, but I think I kind of see why it didn't get a sequel. Maybe people just wanted good old-fashioned Godzilla when they did -1. Because this, Jesus. Chris, I have only watched the classic Godzillas on TV and the movie that came out in 2000, or was it 99? Oh, I haven't. So the one you're talking about, the 99 one, the American version, that's the one I haven't seen yet. I've seen all the other in that franchise after it. I still have to watch that Godzilla. But I this one is weird as fuck. But I would implore you, if you have time and you like Godzilla over the weekend, watch Godzilla -1. Godzilla, like, I'm that Godzilla fan who's like a fake fan. You know how they'll be like, "Oh, you never watched one, and now you're like hyping up Godzilla -1." It was the first one I ever watched, and it just happened to be amazingly good. But here's a question for you, Chris. And I know this is like a hard one to answer. What is your most rewatchable movie? Like, if you were bored, you had to kill a couple of hours, and you wanted to watch a movie, what is one that you're like, for sure, I'll put this on, always a good time? Godzilla's mouth spits radiation, but very small traces. Dun, 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 dun. Emmanuel first, what is going on? That's so weird. I didn't see that pop up right before Chris responded. That's weird. It came up late. How are you doing, Emmanuel first? And welcome to Screen Sanctum, to the stream. Have you watched Shin Godzilla already? This is my first time watching. I shall inform the ambassador. These noodles are gone. This would also be a really good way for me to do my community rewatches, because I've been wanting to do that too. I should have mentioned that when Latius was on. I want to watch like my favorite episodes. Dun, dun, dun. Chris says Godzilla needs a speaking role. He should have a nice. Oh my God! Imagine that. He's like screaming. It would be kind of like if you watch Spaceballs when they do the parody on Alien, where the little thing pops out of his chest and he's like screaming, and then music plays and he sings, "Hello, my baby, hello, my darling." That shit would be funny. Remember the scene in Austin Powers when they're like, Godzilla? And he's like, that is not Godzilla. Because of copyright or something, we cannot use the name, but it looks like Godzilla or something like that. I wonder when Godzilla minus one sequel is coming out. Chris says, we'll have to see how Spaceballs 2 does. I've been looking forward to that for so long. Oh no, the movie why did the movie pause? Oh, there we go. Almost had technical difficulties. Oh, because my internet's going down? All right, I think it's back. I've been wanting a Spaceballs sequel for a long, long time. And it stinks that most of the cast is dead. I kind of want I kind of want to rewatch Robin Hood Men in Tights again, even though we did that live a couple months ago. I freaking love Men in Tights. I love the scene with Marlon Brando. We'll make him an offer he can't refuse. And he's like, I was just about to say that. And then he grabs the nuts. Oh, there's a little bit of English in this movie. Oh, yeah, I think my internet is going crazy. Oh, no. Oh, no. I might have to pause it for a sec. Ah! Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. Whoops, I'm somewhere around here. Oh, crap. What is going on here? Yeah, internet speed is fine. Oh, safe method of extermination. Good luck with that. Once Godzilla has been annihilated, ain't gonna happen. Oh, excuse me. Chris said, needed to check on my kitty who decided to hurt on the floor. Poor kitty. Hopefully it's doing well. I wonder if they're gonna do the Godzilla dies at the end, but you see he's still alive. Hmm. Freezes blood. Damn. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Oh, my neck. Hmm. Oh, I might have had too much sugar. I need some food after this. 5 trucks of coagulant. Shit. Have the Japanese scientists thought about merging Godzilla's blood with the xenomorph? Good lord. Imagine that. Imagine one day just all the companies are like, let's just do a movie with everything versus Godzilla. I think it would kind of be an honor to lose to Godzilla. Oh, now they're speaking English, and there's English subtitles, and the subtitles aren't even close. Godzilla versus capitalism. Godzilla could be anything you want it. It could be an allegory. Godzilla's not really trying to kill people. He doesn't know any better. He's just trying to take out big business, big like corporations. True is back. Oh, so I was saying earlier, I just I just forget stuff. I want to produce something cool that's small and inexpensive to like send out. At my job, we're getting these little like combs putting our logo on it. I want to see like I don't know, maybe a magnet, but not like the one that I used to have, the rubber one, or some kind of stickers. Because the one on the website, it's not wholesale. Like I'm not going to pay retail for like 50 of them and send them when I could go to like one of those sites, Alibaba or something, and just probably get 1,000 magnets for $100 or something. The movie's good. It's fucking weird because Godzilla does things in this that I've never seen him do before. It's crazy. So maybe that's what I'll do tonight after this. I'll look up how much I could get some magnets for or something that's cool. Oh, true. I think eventually I'm gonna get rid of all of those little, cause I kept some of those little tiny pops that I had, but I think I'm gonna get rid of them. So maybe I'll bundle them and do a giveaway to win everything. I really want to do these little giveaways. They're gonna be fun. But I think my website is still down. Sure says, what? But they're so cute. They are. I have so many. You know what I was going to do and I forgot? I was going to take Superman with me to the movie and leave him in the theater for someone to find, but I forgot. I just have a lot of stuff over there and I don't have room for all of it. Oh. True says, you should save them for the Christmas season and give them away. That's actually a good idea since they are Christmas pops. Very good idea. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Is the kind of stuff making you clean out your cool stuff? No, she's the one who actually encourages me because before I met her, I don't remember if I had this channel. I definitely had my tech channel. I still try to do every once in a while, like camera videos, tutorials, or how to use a software. I try to make it easy. So I had that. And then when and I did that for work because I'm not good at talking to people. So it helped me. But when I met her, I think I had just started Screen Sanctum. And I was like, what girlfriend is gonna be like, oh, keep doing it, right? So I figured she would just be like, we're not gonna have time to do it. But like the first thing she said is, you shouldn't stop your channel. She was like, you really should do it. So that's the main reason why I do this and collect stuff. She enjoys it. Like I do it because it's fun, obviously, and she doesn't like think about it every day. But if we have a good idea, she's like, "Oh, let's go live." Um, she's always pitching me video ideas. She'll just be like with Superman, she said, as soon as you get out of the movie, you need to do a review because you have to strike while the iron's hot. Like she told me to do that. and just things like that. And with the video games, she'll be playing and she'll think of something like, oh my God, we should do a video about like Cassandra, and she'll give me the idea, and then we'll work together and put a little clip on TikTok. True says, oh, I love the kind assassin. She's so supportive. She is great. Chris says, so the kind assassin is a bad influence on you. I'm telling you, I would have quit. Like, for real. Not because I would have wanted to, but it was, since I was just starting, I wasn't as into it and dedicated as I am now. And yeah, it's cool that she gives me all these ideas. Someone who supports you is worth 1,000 people who just don't care. You're right. Sometimes I get her aggravated because I kind of want her to go live and stuff a lot. Excuse me. And not that she doesn't want to, but she's just like, sometimes she just wants to relax. And I'm like, oh, you're going to play Origins? You're going to go live and play Origins today? And she's like, sometimes. But she does like to do it. YouTube is a different beast nowadays. It's more difficult to cultivate an audience. It is hard. You could tell by when I hit 6,000 subs 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and I'm still at 6,000 subs. I keep going like to 6,010, down to 6,001, to 6,005, to 5,999, to 6,002. Like, I'm just stuck. I don't even get haters anymore. Though I am getting some because of Superman, because some people just don't really understand nuance. True says she likes watching her Origins live stream. She's going to get back on it. The thing that's funny with her and video games is she's played Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Star Wars Outlaws. We have Shadows. She played Horizon Forbidden West and Immortal Phoenix Rising. So she'll play them and she'll be like 95% done, but she gets sad and she doesn't want to finish the game, so she'll go to another one. So she used to have like 4 games like 95% done. Right now for Odyssey, she's 99% done. She only has the very last thing where Cassandra goes on vacation, and I'm sure some shit happens, but that she wants to live stream the entire thing. She finished Valhalla 100. She finished Mirage 100. She finished, well, she just started Origins, and she hasn't even started Shadows yet, and that's the new game. And then I deleted her Ghost of Tsushima save like an asshole accidentally, so she has to restart that. Ghost of Yote comes out, she has to play that. And then we're going to do a live stream, like I said. There's like 8 other video games that are coming out that we want to play. There's a lot. Chris says he don't think he could play games while people on YouTube watch. It's different when it's your friends. She's really conscientious about that. When she feels fine, she'll put the camera on. And it's not like how this is. We have it like, this is where the gaming setup is. And I'm on the couch and the TV's there. And we'll just have the PlayStation camera. So she's like really little in it. You can barely see her. But she does that sometimes. Most of the time, she'll just do it with her voice. True says, I'm a terrible gamer, so I would be embarrassed to be watched. Chris says, no way. The haters don't get the Superman as a hero and he looks out for everyone. Sheesh. There's those people, and then the ones where they get mad at you if you don't give it a 10 out of 10. And that goes with every movie, to be honest. And those are the things that like frustrate me. I want I want people to like everything. If you like Superman, if you like Batman, Spider-Man, and a movie comes out, I want you to go to it and I want you to like it. But the thing that I hate is the two far sides of the spectrum where this movie sucks, right? And then the people where every movie is the greatest movie that ever came out because of recency bias. And people are scared to say, I love this movie, but these are the things that I didn't like. Because then, for some reason, they think people will think that you thought the movie sucked. And like when someone will give a movie 3 out of 5 stars, that means the movie's good. 3 out of 5 doesn't mean the movie's bad, but people take that as the movie's bad. And it's just frustrating. That's why I just like what I like and share it with the world, my opinions on things, and whatever. I typically, if I feel like there's something I'm not going to like, I'm not going to watch it. I don't even know if there's something that I watch that I consider bad. Chris said, no way. The haters don't get this. Oh, I read that already. I'm an idiot. True says, screw the haters. Yep. And sometimes it's like they contradict themselves. Like one of the biggest things about the new Superman movie, everybody keeps saying it's like a comic book and a Superman comic book and the Superman animated cartoon put on the big screen, right? And I say that I like the movie, but it's too cartoony. And then they're like, and like comic booky, and they'll say, oh, a comic book movie is comic booky. Like I'm an idiot. But if I would have said this movie sucks, they would have said, oh, you just don't like it because it's comic booky. I'm like, you have to know the difference, and it's fine. Iron Man isn't comic booky. Iron Man is a weird Gerard, weird armored character who was made cool, right? Superman is just Superman in the real world. They didn't try to make his suit cool. Like, I understand people like it because it's the comic book one, but to me, he looks like an idiot, but that's fine. I don't like that suit. And it doesn't matter if you do, I'm not going to tell you you shouldn't like it. I think it's ridiculous. And I think it's like an easy thing to like kind of talk about. Iron Man is not cartoony. Thor Love and Thunder was very cartoony. Like Blue Beetle was realistic. Most of the stuff in the DCEU was like hyper realistic. And they're doing something different now, which is fine. Chris says, I'm sure I'll have issues with the Superman movie whenever I get a chance to see it, but not for spreading positivity. Even my favorite movie is Doctor Strange. It's not the best movie, but my favorite Marvel movie is Doctor Strange. And the irony is I hate origin stories. So when I watch it, I'm bored at the beginning. I'm like, I don't want to see an origin, but I love that movie. And then like it, even though that's my favorite, it's not even my most watched Marvel movie, because if I want to watch a movie, I'm putting on Age of Ultron. To me, Age of Ultron is still like the most rewatchable Marvel movie. Why the hell is Godzilla stuck? What did I miss? Oh, now he's awake. I just, I want it to be, I want the action to get started. Like, I don't, if a movie, okay, Doctor Strange was an hour and 50 minutes. And then his origin story is like a half an hour to 40 minutes. So you only get an hour of Doctor Strange. Like, that's what I don't like. That's why I love that when they did Spider-Man, boom, he was already Spider-Man. We didn't have to see 45 minutes of his origin. Um, and then I love how they did Black Panther. We didn't need an origin. They put him in Civil War. Like, boom, he's here. Here's his movie. Like, that was cool. Same thing with Falcon. He was in Civil War. They kind of spoke on his origin, and then good. Um, Iron Man is a little different because it was the first movie, and it's just like once you get to like 15 to 20, to me, it kind of gets boring. Chris says Age of Ultron is a lot stronger than the initial Avengers flick. I think it's better. Well, let me phrase this. I like it more. The original Avengers is always going to be iconic because, and it's a shame that I wasn't watching back then. I didn't get to experience that in the theater. I'm sure everyone who was in the theater for that was losing their mind. Like getting to see the Avengers in a movie. And I didn't get to experience that, but I did get to experience, obviously, Age of Ultron and Infinity War Endgame. Godzilla is shooting lasers out of his tail. Chris says, Falcon was bitten by a radioactive bird. Yeah. What other one? Like, for DC, when I say Superman's my least favorite, I think he's boring. In Marvel, Captain America is kind of my least favorite. Not Falcon. I mean, Steve Rogers. I've like his origin, the first Avenger. Like, I don't really. I liked it. It was good, but thank goodness for a Haley Atwell, right? But once he became Captain America, I was like, good, let's go. Thor, I don't really consider that an origin because he's a god and he always has his powers. So it wasn't really an origin story. What else was there? What am I missing? Ant-Man. You know what? I'll be a hypocrite here. I actually did like the origin story for Ant-Man, but I think that was because of all the other characters. Michael Pena, oh my God. Chris says, well, this new dude isn't Henry Cavill, but he sells the Superman role from what I've seen. Oh, he's an excellent Superman. Like, for the Superman that they're presenting, he's excellent. He couldn't be Henry Cavill's version. Like, I don't think he could do that. And after you see it, we could talk about something, because I'm obviously not going to spoil it. But again, like Man of Steel is a movie that I like that has flaws. But those are the type of superhero movies I like, because that was Superman in our world. True says, is Henry Cavill good as Superman? Well, it's like a dentist with Godzilla now. It just depends on if you like that version. Again, I don't read the comic books, so I think it's something called like the New 52. Is that right, Chris? Like they did something in the New 52 where it was like different versions of the characters. So I don't know. I liked it. I would just really wish that they got Man of Steel 2 before we got Batman vs. Superman. Like I wanted Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Batman, Man of Steel 2, then maybe Justice League or Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. And in that one, then maybe you have Aquaman in it or something. Chris says, don't know anything about the New 52, Sally. Have to watch those movies. Oh, it's just something I always hear about the comics. I think when at some point, they kind of restarted everything. I think they called it the New 52, but I'm not 100% sure. But I liked his Superman. We didn't really get to see Ben Affleck as Batman besides the one, Dawn of Justice and Justice League. But man, I would have loved to see him in his own Batman movie. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, I think was at that time was good. She was fine, but um, Momoa as Aquaman was great. He's so funny, and now it's funnier that he's in the new universe as Lobo. So that's pretty neat. Um, the Flash, I thought could have been better. Chris says, I like Brandon Root's Superman. The funny thing is, everyone did, I think. I still haven't watched it. Maybe I'll watch that one day live. But that one has positive feedback on Rotten Tomatoes, I think. I don't really give it any credence, but just going by like people, I guess, people seem to really like it. But now, of course, people talk shit about it because we have a new Superman. And Godzilla's going to wake up and kill everyone. I really hope they don't bring Robert Pattinson into this because I want to see a new Batman, but I'm looking forward to Supergirl, and Lobo is going to be in that. I don't know if Lobo is actually going to get his own movie, but like Green Lanterns and stuff, I'd be interested in that. Mr. Terrific was awesome. I hope he gets a show or a movie or something. Um, I'm interested to see who they cast as Wonder Woman. Damn, Godzilla froze. Godzilla never loses. Ooh. Chris says, Rotten Tomatoes did save me from watching Madam Web and Morbius. I saw all of those. I saw Madam Web in the theater. I saw Craven in the theater, and I saw Morbius at home. These are my thoughts on those movies quickly. Madam Web, I just don't know what the fuck it was. Why? I don't know why we needed that story when Sony had no plans. Like, it was just a one off, and it was just weird. Like, we're getting this thing where she has 3 spider women, but there's nothing more. So I was like, that was kind of odd. Morbius, oddly enough, I thought it just needed like 30 more minutes. That was, to me, the story was fine. Like, I understood what was going on. I understood what kind of vampire he was. Was it great? No. But, like, there was just a part I remember where I was like, how did he get here? Like, the scene went to the next scene, and I was like, there's got to be like 20 minutes that they cut from here. And then Craven, I really liked that shit. I enjoyed Craven the Hunter, even though I guess it's not like comic book Craven because he's not hunting Spider-Man, so I get it. It's just that's the main thing. Why do you do Venom and all these Spider-Man characters and you're not putting Spider-Man in it? Chris is level to level 9. Chris, man, congratulations. So I don't know if I'm talking too much, but I typically find the good in stuff. Though there's not very much good I've found in Catwoman. I love Halle Berry, and when she was cast as Catwoman. I thought it was brilliant, and they gave her absolute shit to work with. I'm still mad at that. She deserves so much better. Because I typically, when I watch a movie, there's like, was this a good movie? Were there bad parts? Like Thor Love and Thunder is a perfect example. There was a good movie in there, right? Like the story that they told, just beginning to end, what was going on, the plot was fine. I liked it. But there wasn't enough gore, the God Butcher. There was too many stupid jokes. It really didn't need the Guardians in the beginning. Like there was just a lot of spots where I was having fun, and then I'm like, oh, here's another, like a silly joke is coming, and then the goats are gonna come and make a noise, right? So it's like, okay, as presented to me, there was a lot that just bothered me about the movie, but I still enjoyed a lot of it, and I enjoyed the story. And I could usually find that in everything, but Catwoman, I can't. It was weird, man. That story was like weird to me. Chris says Dakota Johnson's a good actor, and except for Shades of Grey and Madam Web, I can't wait to see her in a new film, Splitsville. She is. She really, yeah, she's good. True says Michelle Pfeiffer will always be my Catwoman. She was great. The funny thing is, in the Halle Berry Catwoman, it's actually canon to Tim Burton's Batman, because when she goes to a place, because she becomes Catwoman and she has no idea what's going on, so she goes to talk to somebody, she's looking through like a book, and they tell her that Catwoman is a mantle. I don't know if they explain that you could have more than one at a time, but I think it's just one at a time. I don't remember. But she flips through the book, and who do you see? Michelle Pfeiffer. So it's like, oh, cool, it's canon. Damn, Godzilla's still frozen. Pfeiffer's whip skills, amazing. It's crazy that that shit was. Whoa, that's the end? They really defeat Godzilla? There's got to be a post-credit scene. Hold the phone. Holy shit. Let me go back here. I did not see that coming. Godzilla never loses. What the hell? I'm so confused. Chris says, how did they beat him? With harsh language? They they froze him. The plan was to use something to freeze his blood, and it worked. I gotta Google this now. Even though I watched it, I'm like, did this really happen? Let's see. Shin Godzilla Wikipedia. All right. Let's see. All right. The team discovers as plates and blood work as a cooling system, theorizing it could be use a coagulating agent to freeze him. So they managed to decipher the research, they adjust his plan, procure the means to do it. Godzilla is provoked into expanding its atomic breath and energy against drones. The team detonates buildings and sends unmanned trains. Yeah, I remember that. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it says many are killed, but Godzilla is eventually frozen solid. In the aftermath, scientists discovered that Godzilla's isotope has a half-life of 20 days and that Tokyo can soon be rebuilt. The international community agrees to cancel the nuclear attack on the condition that should Godzilla reawaken, an immediate thermonuclear strike will be executed on Godzilla's tail. Humanoid creatures appear frozen in the process of emerging. That's crazy. Let me see reception. That's box office. Critical response. It got acclaim in Japan. Western critics gave it more mixed reviews. Marketing, home media, post-release. Further films. In 2017, confirmed Toho could not produce another Godzilla film until after 2020. This was due to their contract with Legendary, who were producing their own film that restricts Toho from releasing Godzilla films in the same year. Legendary released Godzilla King of the Monsters in 2019, originally slated for 18, and Godzilla vs. Kong in 21, originally slated for 2020. At the time, he noted the Legendary contract was effective until 2020. In 2018, Toho announced that it would not make a sequel to Shin, but expressed interest in a potential shared universe series akin to the MCU featuring Toho's monsters. It says, despite not producing a direct sequel, Toho released a trilogy of anime films. Blah, blah, blah. So there is no sequel. And this doesn't say anything about Godzilla -1, though. So let me just, I thought they would say, instead of making this, they made Godzilla -1. Yeah, it was made by Toho as well. It says, following Shin Godzilla, Toho was unable to produce another live-action Godzilla until 2020. Blah, blah, blah. Plot, let's see, post-release. Yeah, in January of last year, they confirmed no discussion of a sequel had transpired. But I thought they did just announce one. Toho would take their time to produce the next live-action Godzilla film since they want great ideas, excellent script, and a talented director. November of last year was disclosed that a new Godzilla movie had been greenlit. Yamazaki returning to write, direct, and handle all the visual effects. No mention was made whether it will be a sequel or a standalone. Oh. Then February of this year, they announced that storyboarding and scripting of the film is in progress. He expects it to cost more than -1. Bloomberg News reported that a sequel is in development. All right, so I really do hope it's a sequel because it was dope and there's a lot of story to tell. Chris says, and they all live happily ever after, well, except for Godzilla, frozen in the middle of the city. True says, I really like how the color of your beard turned out. Thank you. She did do a good job. It always gets darker here for some reason. And then I think I'm going to do it blue next time. She must still be having fun. She hasn't texted me yet. All right. So that was fun. So I think everybody enjoyed it. I feel like if I do it, well, when I do finally watch Clerks 3, I'll do it this way. When we watch Northern Exposure, we'll do it this way. And then again, I want to try to pick something maybe that we've all seen, because it's probably easier. Like right now, if you guys didn't watch this movie, then you're kind of just chatting with me, and I'm the only one who knows what's going on. But if I watch something that we've all already watched, you could see basically what's going on, so you know, like we could talk about the movie, like, oh, I love this part, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll have to, maybe on Tuesday on live, and I know Chris, you probably won't be there because it's late. I'll just ask everyone, like, what is something that we've all seen that we would want to watch again? So, but I have to get some dinner. I'm kind of tired. It's Friday. That was fun. I think I have stuff to do tomorrow. I don't think we're going to live stream. I don't know why it looks so blue. I think it's the lights. Alexa, turn the cafe cool white. I guess it was that. I don't know. Oh, my eyes. Are you allowed to move the S to the side? No, you have to keep it there because the algorithm, when I tried that once, it doesn't really work. Because when I tested Rick and Morty once with a private live, like to nobody, it got flagged. And then I did a private where it was just showing the video and they could figure out that it was Rick and Morty and it got flagged. So like you're really not even supposed to do this, to be honest. So as long as this keeps working, I'll do it. So Chris says it's a blue moon tonight. It was in here, I'll tell you that much. So that's going to be the plan. This weekend, I doubt I'll be going live unless she does want to watch Northern Exposure on Sunday. Maybe we'll do it. Or maybe she's a little tired and wants to just play video games. Maybe she goes live. So the definite next one will be Tuesday. And then definitely have to plan to finish Clerks 3 with everyone. That's probably a movie that everyone's seen except for me. So, that was fun. What the heck is going on over here? Ending? I don't know what that means. So I am out to eat some dinner. I'll let her know that you want to watch her play. She'll probably not be able to do it tonight, but um, yeah. So a lot of stuff to work on, and I'm gonna get on and see some little merch things that maybe I could send out, and that's that. So Chris, True, and everyone who hopped on to watch, thanks for joining me. Shin Godzilla was good. It was friggin' weird, but it was really good. I enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to do this again. So I will see you at least on Tuesday, but maybe before then. So have a good night. Have a good weekend. Drink some stuff, eat some stuff, have fun. Peace, guys.